Hello viewers. In our previous jQuery videos, we have observed the event helping functions of jQuery. In this tutorial, I would like to explain some more common properties of the DOM object model and then IE object model. Also, it will be both common for the cross browsing. That means when it looks like in various browsers, all events will be shows the same things. Let's see those. What are those models? These are the functions. The first one is type of this event. That means it will display the what type of that event is happened. That means whether it is a click function or a double click function or a drag function, like that click function, what the type of the function will be displayed in the string format. And then another one is target element that issued the target. What that means, what the cause of that event will be happened. That means in our document, what are the element is responsible for that event will be displayed here. And then data passed to bind function. That means we are passing any data into any value or any data into document, that will be shown here. And then page X and page Y, coordinates of the mouse when event happen relative to document. When we clicking on the div tag, where that mouse will be event will be happen, that coordinates will be X and Y coordinates will be displayed here. And then second one, and then result, value returned by the last handler functions. That means what the previous handler function will be executed, that value will be displayed here. And then third one is, and then another timestamp, time when event occurred, what the time taken by the event will be occurred, that time will be displayed here. Prevent default, prevent the browser from existing the default action. And then is default prevented, return whether the prevent default was ever called on this object. Stop propagation, stop the bubbling of an event to parent elements. Is propagation stopped, returns whether the stop propagation was ever called on this object. These are the most common DOM object model functions and then IE object model functions. Let's see in practical example. Further, I am going to open Visual Studio. So here also I am using the previous HTML web page, web document that contain a simple style script and then a div tag. What it looks like in our browser. See, this is the div tag. This is the div tag with the background color is aqua and then simple text in that div tag. Here I would like to pass our jQuery functions. In this one I am going to select that div tag with an ID name ID1. I am going to pass, I am going to display all that events in div tag. That means for that purpose I am going to displaying, I use here HTML function. HTML, what here going to is, first I would like to wait a minute. Sorry, here we are going to pass that click event action. That means we are going to use click. In that click function I am going to use function with an object event. In this function I am going to write in between that function, I am going to write in between that function, press enter couple of times for spacing. I am going to display, that means I am going to here I am taking to this for the current, what are the corresponding, that means what are the current div type. In that one I am going to use HTML for displaying the text, and that one I am going to pass that one. Here I am going to display first one is pages, and to display for text page x coordinates. Here I am going to display for this one. I am going to concatenate, means I am plus operator, and then here I am going to using what's the event. I am going to UVT as then event object UVT dot pagex. It will show the pagex coordinate, and then simultaneously I am going to use page y coordinates, concatenate with UVT dot page y, and then I am going to use another, that one is type of the event. I'm going to concatenate with UVT dot, I'm going to pass here type, and then another one is the target. What is the responsibility of that event in that document will be displayed here. UVT dot target. Here I am going to display all these events in this one, and this one put in semicolon for ending, semicolon. Let's save it and observe in your browser. In your browser, here it is loads. As here it is. When I am clicking, that events will be here. We can observe. Wait a minute, I will giving space to for clarification observation. Open our HTML, that means I am going to display some space for all this. Let's save it and press F5. Here is let's see, observe it. When we changing that, the x coordinate will be headed to here, and then y coordinate it to type when you clicked target object HTML development, and we are going to change that one. We clicking on another place, that x coordinates and y coordinates will be changed. See here. Then type of the event is click, and then target is object HTML development. We are going to observe in this on this div tag. That's why it will shows the object is HTML development, and then y clearly observe that x coordinates and y coordinates will be varied for each and every click. Thank you guys, thank you for watching.